lost in the rabbit hole. Connect every emotion, experience, adventure, struggle, pain, and achievement. Know the past, feel the future, and live this moment with Nisha Harale every Sunday on Niche Radio.
Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in today to our 11th episode of Let's Get Lost in the Rabbit Hole with me, Nisha Harale, on Niche Radio. And in conversation with me is our favorite, the beast from the East, Sanjay Datta. Hi Sanjay, are you all set to get lost in the rabbit hole?
Absolutely, Nish. I've been waiting for this, and thank you so very much for having me on board. And I'm really looking forward to this. So, shoot, what have we got to ask?
When we were kids, we had different plans. What were your plans? Did you always wanted to become a music artist?
When I was a kid, I was very inclined to becoming a pilot. I wanted to fly planes, like any boy, any toddler, when you see some new, machine, you get very, thrilled by, the sound of it, what it does. So like any other boy, I wanted to be a pilot for the longest time. Then suddenly in my teens, I got the urge to join the army and serve the country and, basically just carry a gun and shoot cannons and all that. So with each passing phase in my life, I had different dreams. DJing just happened, it's just happened by chance. And I happened to be at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. But like every young boy, like from a toddler stage to a teenager, I had similar dreams. Well, I still dream to be something else now. With time, your desires and your aspirations and dreams change. I still aspire to be, someone someone better, all the time.
How was your journey as a music artist?
Oh, absolutely phenomenal, with all the ups and a few downs, it has been brilliant. I've been the happiest person all throughout my journey as a DJ. And that's the way it is now. That's the way it was back then. And I'm sure that's the way it will be in the future.
As a music artist, what changes are you looking forward or would wish to be in the music industry?
Well, the change is always constant. The scenario has changed over the years very rapidly. The only urgent thing that I wish for is genuine people, more genuine people, and the people who are obnoxiously loud about their activities. I wish they back off, and I wish that the real people, who come forward. I hope they come forward, and I hope they are promoted. I hope they are loved by the masses, and I hope the work of the genuine artists and genuine people, the vibe creators, is more accepted by people en masse. That's the only thing I wish for, and I just wish for a very peaceful scene without any silly hurdles posed by the authorities. When people are out there to enjoy themselves, let people enjoy themselves, and that's the way it is.
With so much of competition around, did you ever had that moment where you felt you were out of place?
Actually, Nisha, I've always competed with myself at a certain level, and I don't really feel out of place at any point of time. I try to blend in the scenario, and try to live in with it and adjust with it and do my thing the best way that I can.
Besides being a music artist, you've also conceptualized, produced, and executed music events. What advice to all the music organizers out there?
My advice to all music organizers, event organizers there is to promote quality, not to overhype things, keep it real. Uh, Sometime or the other, people are going to realize that a fake thing is a fake thing, So keep it real, promote quality all the time, give people great music, great energy, good security, good sound quality, the technical aspects, the production and being garish, like I don't mean to demean it, but like a Tomorrowland, okay, it's a visual treat, but then again, the essence sometimes is a little lost. So make it delightful for people when it comes to music. Keep it very delightful, keep it very energetic, keep it fun, and promote new groundbreaking stuff. Always try to promote groundbreaking breaking stuff within your event in some way or the other. So that's the way forward, and that's how it should be done, I think.
This moment we are at, everything is online. Where do you think the music or the entertainment industry is headed to? What's your take on that?
The world has gone digital. Everything is online. Life is online. So we have kind of accommodated ourselves and accommodated the whole game of the internet and online world in our lives. Clubbing essentially and partying essentially will never stop, but it's going to get a little bit more, shall I say, more online based in certain ways. We are seeing it now during COVID times that the virtual DJs and the virtual gigs which are happening online. But essentially, clubbing will be back to reality as and when it happens. And that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be. So we all need to mold ourselves and adjust to each passing, breakthrough in life.
At an underground event, did you ever had that moment where someone came and asked you for a song request, and how did you handle it?
It happens all the time. It's lesser now, but back in the day, it used to be quite a lot. And I used to be a little, shall I say, rude back then. But now, it can be handled in a better way. Of course, when I say rude, I didn't say that I used to get mad or anything. I used to just say that, don't disturb, just leave. And I try to handle it as maturely as possible, and it has come down a lot. People understand now, like the international clubbing scene. People in India have also gotten to know that an underground vibe is different, and there's always going to be path-breaking music which is being played, and unfamiliar music. So people have kind of accepted it gradually. But it still happens. People still come and ask for vague requests. You can't do anything about it. There will be people who are a little clueless, so they'll still come. But we got to handle it politely. That's how it happens now.
If you were granted a wish, what would that be?
Wow. Oh, wish. One single wish. Yes, I would definitely wish for world peace. It sounds a little philosophical, but yes, I would wish for peace all around. And less poverty so much inequality. It's painful, when you see people suffer. So I would like to see happier people all the time, like I would like to see healthy people, and everyone living their lives. And when it's time for them to go, they go, but everyone in a good space, and everyone being busy and doing their own thing, and just leading a good healthy life.
What's your biggest fear in life?
Well, my biggest fear in life has to be life without love, uh, which leads to loneliness. So I guess loneliness is the biggest fear in my life.
If you had to make one confession, what would that confession be?
Wow, that's a tough one actually. There are quite a few that I would love to confess to, but since you asked one confession, I would say that with time I am getting into my own shell. For the simple reason I enjoy my company a lot. I love myself, and I love the space around me. So I'm actually a bit of a loner. I might come across as a very social person, but that's only when I'm out or I'm clubbing. Otherwise, I'm pretty much a loner.
Every time you feel low, how do you get yourself back to that happy spot?
The answer to that has to be music. And I have kind of mastered the art of calming myself down in my headspace, and taking life as it comes and living one day at a time. Of course, like every individual, I also have my low moments. But I talk to friends, I talk to relatives, and try to keep it real, and just smile through whatever life has to throw at you. That's the only way, I guess.
Why must men avoid pickup lines on the dance floor?
That's a funny one. Nisha, why do you think men should stop, using pickup lines? That's the fun part. Let them. It's comedy. Like you should have a good laugh when some guy who's enamored by you and coming in dropping a pickup line. As long as it's funny. Just laugh it off. But yeah, things could happen if the person is someone that you find reasonably okay. Then you can have a conversation, and you can tell the person, you don't need to drop a pickup line. Just strike a conversation if you have to. People are learning. There are smart Alex who see no into themselves. That you can't stop. That's the way nature is. And ladies should just know to be cool and handle it. You can't stop guys from approaching you if they fancy you. It's part of nature, so you just should know to handle it. But don't stop these pickup lines. Sometimes they can be really funny, so you can have a good laugh about it later on.
Did you ever goof up when you were playing? Would you like to share an experience with us?
Honestly speaking, I am very focused every time that I'm in the console. Minor glitches here and there, probably a CD skipping or the vinyl skipping, the stylus skipping from the vinyl. But usually I'm very, very sharp and focused. I enjoy my drink, but that's about it. I'm there in the console and I'm just doing my job. Sometimes it happens that people come into the console and they get a little boisterous and excited, and they start throwing their hands and limbs around, and probably a drink might just fall on the equipment. Well, fortunately it hasn't happened with me, but it can happen. So I'm very careful when it comes to that. And I don't appreciate people actually coming inside the console and being boisterous. So I've been lucky. I've managed to stay sharp and not really goof up as such.
What makes a good DJ?
Well, there are quite a few things, but most important of all that I've felt is that you have to be a clubber to be a good DJ. You have to know the vibe, you have to know how it feels to be on the floor and enjoying the kind of music, and you have to be a part of the entire system. So, most important, I think, is be a clubber first and then try to be a DJ.
Advice to young aspiring artists.
I always, tell all the young DJs, whoever I come across, that be a clubber first. Enjoy the music, enjoy clubbing first. That is the gateway to becoming, a DJ. And once you start getting into DJing, you just have to keep practicing, keep enjoying whatever you're doing, and love whatever you're doing. Love people around you, love yourself. And that's the way. It just moves forward from there onwards.
Where can one follow you and listen to your music sets?
I am on social media, very active on social media. My Facebook page is there, my Insta and Twitter, it's all there. And I have a website, www.sanjaydatta.com. It has my SoundCloud and my Mixcloud links. So all my music is out there. The stuff that I've produced, few tracks that I produced with my buddy, and the DJ sets that I keep uploading, they're all there. So log on.
Three advice on how to party safe and wise.
I think people know how to party safe because it has kind of caught on. People know how to handle themselves. Mostly, like most clubbers who are a little seasoned, they know how to handle themselves. And most importantly is for the teenagers or the noobs who are coming into the scene, don't get too drunk. Stay within your limits. Don't drink too much. Don't go overboard. Give people their space. Give yourself some space. Keep eating something. Keep drinking water. Dance. But make sure that others are not getting bothered by you. You are there to enjoy. Same like the others. They also want to enjoy themselves. Make sure you don't spoil anyone else's trip and you don't spoil your own enjoyment. Everyone's out to have fun, so have good, clean fun and go back home safe. That's most important. Go back home safe.
Sanjay, thank you so much for taking us through your journey. Here's wishing you all the very best.
Nisha, the pleasure has been mine. Thank you for having me on board once again and wishing you all the very best with this project. Hope it reaches out to thousands and thousands and thousands of people and you make it big. Lots of love. Thank you so much once again.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in today. Do catch me again next Sunday at 10 a.m. Coming up next is a set mixed by Sanjay Datta. Enjoy and have a super Sunday.